So yes, quick thoughts.
It was a battle of attrition that turned into a very good, very interesting match, which is very creditable for RR to pull this off, because your entire top half has gone. It is the latter half which has won up this match, and absolutely creditable, because SRH seem to have been in their zone, but they kind of broke that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, SRH. I mean, I would say, so what I've headlined captioned the story, this live post is that Rajasthan arrives. It may not be a royal arrival, but they still arrived in the nick of time.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So now see the
desert team has arrived in the desert team. In the desert.
Yeah. So for me, the game was lost while the SRH batting itself, because I feel that somewhere SRH was just going too slow. I mean, was it a 158 wicket? I don't know.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
although
I'm just going by what the commentator said. It's a pretty slow, and it was quite obvious. The ball was not really.
But then how are these guys striking then? So if that was obvious, I mean, you had see how much these two kids, the two kids who
they managed to strike, managed to get ahead only by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, fair enough. But then see, one guy scored 42 runs of 26 balls. The other guy scored 45 runs of 28 balls. I think it is a question of, again, the intent thing coming in, because see, all the ones previously, they were all, so both the guys go at 160. Okay. The previous guys, there was now nobody who was higher than 120, 123. Josh Butler scored 16 of 13 balls. When the ball was hard and new. Ben Stokes, who suddenly landed there, he scored 5 runs of 6 balls. Ball was hard and new. So I take this pitch report with a pinch of salt always. That is my personal thing.
Yeah, even I do. But having said that, see, I think SRH might have lost it in the latter of the game, in the sense their bowling intensity came down a bit after they got the top order of RR.
So again, I have a question for you there, Bala. See, now when you say after they got the top order of RR, when did these two fellows come together? In the 12th over, right? I mean, Sanju Samson went in the 12th over.
The intensity wasn't there.
Yeah, after 12th, I mean, you had 8 overs.
There were a couple of fumbles in the field too. So
I feel that I think this. I mean, see, for me, the thing is that Manish Pandey, when he got out in the 18th over. They were 122, right? But for that last two overs, they wouldn't have reached that score of 158.
Obviously, man. See,
isn't it?
Yeah, that is true. But it was impossible to score at that point. It looked like. I mean, I'm not saying it is impossible in the sense. To credit to RR, they bowled well. The pitch was also slow. I mean, how much blame can we? I mean, when you are looking for blame, you can say so many things. But at the end of the day, we have to credit RR to a sustained it till the.
See, let me tell you one thing. See, you look at yesterday. This is the same way which CSK batted. Okay, CSK is a different story. And this was the same way which that RCB batted towards the end. Virat Kohli had to score big runs. So what I'm saying is that there seems to be a pattern change, which again the teams are not noticing. That is what I'm driving at. There seems to be a pattern.
But today, I don't think that SRH lost as much as RR won, especially with the kind of pluck and poise they showed towards the later part of their batting in.
That is just two guys. My point is that
exactly.
Look at it this way. See, for the first time, I think in this IPL, you had their prime bowler getting whacked for 25 runs, which is like, in terms of
this guy. You're talking about Joffrey Archer.
No. I mean,
you're talking about which team?
SRH bowler getting whacked. Rashid. Last over he went for some 12-13 runs.
Precisely. Those two. I mean, it is not as if Rashid bowled badly. It is just that RR batsmen did their work pretty well.
So, which is what I'm saying. Are we trying to say that RR bowlers bowled far better than SRH bowlers? I don't believe that. I don't accept that.
I don't see. I mean,
we need to compare apples to apples, right? So,
sometimes T20 match doesn't allow for so much of nuance. It's just that, they just got to scrape through.
No. I think they didn't scrape through. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. They were done and dusted. It was not scraping through. They were done and dusted.
Exactly. They were done and dusted. Exactly.
Where you are giving credit to the bowlers. Now the same bowlers.
No, that is where they lost their intensity. Especially in the field. The field, there were a couple of fumbles.
No,
even in the last over,
forget the fielding. Now we are bringing in an extra element. I'm saying fixed with the bowlers. You saw how easily Tewatia was dealing with.
Raj, these are all concomitant things because bowling and fielding, the intensity tends to drop almost simultaneously. So that adds.
No, I'm not. See, dropping a catch or sort of going. The ball falling between two fielders and all that happens. Vijay Shankar missing.
That happens. I'm not saying. I'm just talking about fumbles.
No, that fumble happened in the last over or last but one over. What about the remaining 8 overs? Remaining 7 overs.
One fumble. That was one more fumble.
That happened in an over before that. 6th over. Still 4 overs left. It happened after the second power play, right?
So there was a certain amount of intensity. There was a drop down in intensity. That SRH kind of thought they had their match in their bag.
I know. I think SRH thought that because they probably had not realized that there was some firepower here, which they missed earlier in the first innings, is what I'm trying to say. They thought that 158 is a good enough score. We can get away with it.
I'm not saying 158 was not a good enough score because the opposition has managed to.
Yeah. See, I'll give you one data.
158 is what they managed.
No, I'm telling you.
You can always turn around and say they could have scored 200 or even 180 or whatever it is.
I will put it differently. SRH made a big hash of a very good chase. They could have won. They could have won it much easier than this, which is fine. I feel that, look at it that way. No,
so you mean RR?
No, RR actually made a big pig's breakfast of the chase before they actually won, eventually. Because they had only 158 to make. Eventually, they had only 158 to make. Now, my point is simple. When I watched the matches in snatch, was watching it in snatches, and I was finding that the SRH batsmen didn't have intent today. All the guys, see, once Bairstow got out, it was almost like, let us sort of consolidate. Then the consolidation happened, then they lose a wicket. Then it doesn't continue.
Anyway, the catch that Sanju Samson took off Bairstow.
Brilliant. No doubt about that. So, so that was Bairstow but for that catch, I think Bairstow would have he was just starting off with his usual drama. So for me, the only important number that I find here is 122 for 2 in 17.4 overs.
4 overs. Yeah, around
for me, that was a very important figure. I don't know what to make of that.
Obviously, it was not enough, but you must take into account the conditions as well as the.
See, the conditions is what I'm debating, because see, to next match, if Dubai, whoever plays in Dubai, they score 200 runs, the chap sitting there will say, oh, conditions have improved. I don't buy that, because I don't think that the conditions in a T20.
Raj, I think you are, in my opinion, this is too much of over-analysis in the sense, it is over-analysis in the sense, it happens. These kind of close matches do happen.
And I'm not bothered about that. I'm just trying to say
it's
that.
Not as if RR, went away with the match. If had been as good as you argue it to be, RR would have won around 18 over. It was not the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, RR should have won it in the 16th over.
No,
for 158.
So, since they couldn't, and it is not as if they.
That is exactly my point.
My exact point is that I'm arguing the other way. Since those batsmen got out, you must understand the pitch was not so conducive for a high-scoring match or a free-scoring match. Not even a high-scoring match.
By the way, RR lost wickets in their den also, which is Sharjah. Last match in Sharjah, they still lost. So you expect RR to do that. My point is that I think it was a calculated mistake by the other guys, not this guy. They just got it.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. So for me,
it was. By the way, my earphones Bluetooth turned off. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, it is audible. It is audible.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm
That's the reason I come forward, because my earphones have gone
That's
off.
okay. It's working. It's working. As of now, it's working.
Sorry, go ahead.
So what I was saying is that these guys, see, when you set up, when you sort of set a score, I found a little bit of, I don't know, maybe it was because they lost one early wicket, or maybe it was that even now David Warner is not in the sort of form that he wants himself to be. I don't know what is the reason, but I felt that there was definitely a lack of intent on their part when they were batting.
Nobody can run away from the fact that Warner isn't as fluent as he should be in a T20 contest.
Yeah,
this is a kind of a one-day inning, but that is the kind of role that he is kind of playing in this entire tournament.
Yeah, and then what happened
is not enough. I know that is not enough.
Look at it
that
this
is
way.
Where he is right now.
See, look at it this way. At the end of the day, there was a score of 22 plus 15, 37 runs made of 20 balls, which made the difference actually. Kane Williamson and Priyam Garg, which took the score this high. I mean, imagine a situation where those guys had also scored at, maybe 100.
The last 2-3 overs, except for the CSK, all teams have been scoring quite.
Yeah. So that is what I'm saying. So for me, I think the lack of intent was probably.
See, just because some teams score at the back end, you can't pose the question, why are they not scoring at the 14th over or the 11th over?
So my
I think
point
that
is
doesn't work that way.
No, my point is that they are not lost wickets. They had wickets there, right? It was not as if Vijay Shankar was there. They had people around down the line.
That is a good point. Because
that is what I'm saying,
T20 strategists say if you have resources in the dugout, you must maximize whatever.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying about intent. 17 overs, you are 2 down.
That is the point. In terms of wickets,
that is all the point is there. That is all the point is there. 17 overs, if you are 2 down, I think there is something wrong with the way you batted. That is all I'm saying.
That is a different argument, Raj.
And that is all I'm saying. That is right from the beginning. I've been saying that. I don't know what you were thinking. For me, I told you 17.2 overs or 4 overs.
No. I was thinking because you said these batsmen didn't. I mean, as a team, they didn't maximize their potential. That's a different story.
That is what I'm saying.
Wicket. But it is not as if which was conducive for free scoring.
See, my point is that, that I am disputing again because I found that the last 8 overs, these fellows maximize, man. Suddenly the pitch has changed.
How the entire T20 innings he actually pans out.
The pitch changed in the second half. I didn't hear anybody say that.
No.
Till five people went out.
The second half, I didn't hear
I was watching.
I was watching, but I didn't hear the commentary.
I heard the commentary.
I can't dispute that. But the point is, the first half of RR was a bit of a shambles.
Agreed. That is what I'm saying. No, first half of RR was in shambles. Agreed. The pitch was bad. Okay.
I'm not saying even saying pitch is bad. I'm saying it is.
I heard them say that. I heard the commentators say. No. That's what I'm saying. First 20 overs, the pitch was bad. Next 10 overs, 12 overs, the pitch was bad. Last 8 overs, the pitch got fine.
See, that's how
I find it different.
T20 innings.
I don't buy that. No, I don't buy that. I think it is just. I think our guys who sit in the commentary box, they are also shooting in the dark, because pitch report is always like that.
Raj, that's a huge call because
it is. I don't care. When they go out and say blabber things, they should correct themselves also. They don't correct themselves. See, right till the end.
Relax,
Peterson, no, I'm relaxed. Peterson and all these fellows were saying, oh, dirty pitch, this is slow pitch, this is what is going to happen, spinners are going to come to the plate, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly you find one 20-year-old kid and the other guy who we thought was a one-match wonder. And by the way, my apologies to Ryan Parag, because I thought that he was misplaced. Today, he blasted the shit out of them, man.
Yeah, even I didn't
expect that is the point. Yeah, that is the point. See, that is the point. You can't sort of sit in judgment and say, what I'm trying to say is that
one team maximized. Credit to Rahul Tewatia, because he is once again proved that he is capable of winning matches at the end.
Two players maximize their potential. The other, all the other guys, 5 from this side and whatever number 4 from that side. See, for me, it was weird. Yes, that is all I'm saying.
Which I will agree with.
That is all I'm saying, because there was a situation where there was no intent.
Yeah, bits and banter. Let's not get.
No, this is banter only.
Bits and banter. We'll bring back some jokes, man. I'm just kidding.
In this there was no jokes, man. For me, the entire SRH innings was a joke. To be honest, today I thought that SRH had they added one. The 3D batsman. We thought, okay, now he is there. They will play differently. They were playing as if they were playing a win. This reminded me, of which match? The first ever match of IPL, where RCB was playing like a test match. That is what I remember in this. It was like, 150 is enough.
I was also a bit surprised by the way the RR used Ben Stokes. He didn't bowl.
Obviously.
He didn't bowl his full quota.
And he batted
opening, I think, as an experiment, it's okay. But when it doesn't come off, you tend to say a few things.
Now, see, I'm okay with that simply because
I'm okay with him opening, but it didn't come off. So there is a bit of a. I mean, you are bound to point fingers at.
Yeah, for me, like I said, for me, SRH didn't arrive today, and Rajasthan Royals, who almost made a picks breakfast of it with 5 down. Somehow these two fellows managed to sort of pull them off the line, over the line.
Full credit to them.
That is fine. I mean, it was just those 2 guys. I mean, one more guy out, and you were done. I mean, you could see the tension on Jofra Archer's face, sitting there. I mean, he was wondering, okay, should I go? Shouldn't I go? What will happen? And it was almost like they were doing.
We'll move to the next match, and because 2 matches, one is this, and Nadal versus.
That is more. That is more interesting because this we probably. I mean, if you don't want to take sides, I'm perfectly happy because
I'm happy with any of the wins, but I'll still say DC is a more balanced team than in Mumbai.
So the interesting part is Ajinkya Rahane is at the crease. So just to tell you, so that Prithvi Shaw is back in the hutch.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rahane is in the crease. Alex Carey is playing today. So I think we got some points to tick off because we said that.
Yes, exactly. You're batting for Alex Carey, right?
Not that. I was thinking they will make changes.
Yeah.
So you have Alex Carey and Rahane in. I don't know who's out.
Prithvi Shaw and?
No, I mean Prithvi Shaw is out. Prithvi Shaw has got out. They are 6 for 1 in the first over.
Okay, good.
So I think this guy is out. Our wicketkeeper is out.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Pant is out. Who else is out? I can't make out. Because Akshar Patel, Harshal Patel, Ravi Ashwin.
No, it should be a foreigner because since Alex Carey is coming.
Oh, our Hetmeyer. So yeah.
Oh, injured because he had a good outing last match. Because of him, they won.
Yeah. No, my feeling is DC is also taking this game as something else.
Try and experimenting. It is not a bad thing.
Very, very possible. Because I expected DC to do something like that. And just let me tell you what is the other team looking like. Have they made any changes? Rohit Sharma, same team. No, they have not made any changes, which is surprising. So today it is the 150th match for MI. Interestingly, just for if you want some data. So as far as
my hunch says, even if Prithvi Shaw is out, but my hunch says, just hunch, it can be DC.
DC. I mean, I will be interested to see what. I don't know Rahane, yes, but I would definitely be interested to see how Alex Carey shapes up because. Why am I saying that? Because I think somewhere they need him as a backup to Shimron Hetmeyer. Not because of anything else. Not for anything else. Other than that, I think it is. So what about Nadal and Djokovic? I think that's more important for us.
I think it would be 18 Grand Slam for the Serb. It could be 18, 19, 20. 19 for Nadal and 20 for Federer. Federer is on 20. Nadal will, I think. Because if at all anybody can beat Nadal on the clay, it has to be Djokovic. Because
that way I agree.
He has lost only 2 matches, man. One is against Djokovic and another against Soderling. Because of which
so the only problem is
to win that French Open in that year.
Yeah. This doesn't mean anything. This actually doesn't mean anything. Nadal has actually won the first set 6-0.
Oh, good.
So I have no idea. No, but then that is because it is still, knowing Djokovic, that doesn't mean anything. Knowing Nadal, that doesn't mean anything.
Knowing Nadal, it can mean
it could mean something. Yeah, I agree. Knowing Nadal, it could mean something. So I think we'll leave it at that. Tomorrow morning, I think we'll talk about this match first before we talk about the DCMI, unless of course, that is a cracker of a match. I mean, so to me that is a little less important because it is. It's top 2 guys. That's okay. So we'll see.
Anyway, we'll get back to
we'll catch up and watch cricket and then see you tomorrow. Then
see you.
Adios.